If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with that because I found the work fascinating.
Hearing him say this can be taken as, oh, well, he was just saying that he wishes he could do that. What makes you think that he's not? Shout out to Joe Biden, the puppet. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to discuss a few things that's going on. First of all, look at this absolute dumb tweet that needs total roasting. You and a guest could win a trip to meet Barack Obama and me. Donate today for a chance to win. I mean, what? Like, who's doing that? Why do we don't want to meet? I mean, maybe I would want to meet them so that I could give them a piece of my mind. And then somebody else would probably have to take over my channel, but I would still stand for the truth. All right. And so, breaking news, Tom Fitton says, out of control. Leftist DC courts uphold Biden DOJ secret political subpoena of Trump's Twitter account. Anti-Trump animus is ruining the credibility of the courts here in DC. Absolutely. First of all, let's just say, after Trump became president, people think that they have carte blanche to do whatever, circumvent the Constitution, circumvent actual law and order in order to, quote, get Trump. But what's happening is there are many precedents being set that will be used on us. So Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, just found out that crooked Joe Biden's DOJ secretly attacked my Twitter account, making it a point not to let me know about this major hit on my civil rights. My political opponent is going crazy trying to infringe on my campaign for president. Nothing like this has ever happened before. This is true. Does the First Amendment still exist? Did deranged Jack Smith tell the unselects to destroy and delete all evidence? These are dark days in America. Yeah, they are. And Michael Tracy, who is not a Trump voter at all, says Jack Smith not only demanded access to Trump's Twitter account, he demanded Twitter be barred from telling anyone about it for at least 6 months. Notice when these privacy invading demands are made by countries such as Turkey, and no one has any trouble decreeing it as authoritarian. You know, this feels familiar to me. It feels like the FISA warrants, you know, they were spying on this guy. They were spying on Donald Trump because they said he was colluding with Russia. He took a pee in Moscow on some prostitute. I mean, this story never makes sense to me when I talk about it because I really don't know what they were trying to say about him. But it all lies. Then they got a warrant to go ahead and spy on him. They got a warrant in a court, and he didn't know that he was being tried in some secret court. And here we are today. Malcolm Flex says, and he's right. And you know what? I'm going to actually read his whole thing because I wanted to get into this. Malcolm Flex says, interesting timing as Jack Smith gets access to Donald Trump's Twitter account via a search warrant from an Obama-era judge. Right as the Oversight Committee announces new info in the Hunter Biden influence peddling op. Another domino falls in the Biden pay-to-play influence op. Did Joe Biden know that his family got over $20 million from foreign sources? The House Oversight Committee says yes. They say Hunter Biden gave access to his dad, who was VP at the time, to Russia, to Russian, Kazakh, and Ukrainian tycoons. They say Joe and Hunter had dinner with them in DC between 2014 and 2015. The committee's chair says Hunter used his dad as the brand to make millions from oligarchs in Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine. He says there's no proof of any real work done, just access to the Bidens. The committee traced complex transactions that link to Hunter's and Devon Archer's businesses. They say shell companies paid them through many transactions and funded Hunter's fantasy life. They say Hunter made about $1 million a year from Ukrainian gas company when Joe handled Ukraine as VP in 2014. A Kazakh businessman paid Hunter $142,300 in April 2014 for a luxury car, maybe a Porsche. The committee still has to check transaction info about payments to Hunter of about $1 million from Chinese State Energy HK in 2017. And so that's the thing. First of all, his son was just running amok in Eastern Europe, okay, in Kazakhstan, dealing with Russian oligarchs, Ukrainian oligarchs, you know, working for Burisma, a company itself that was very controversial and corrupt in Ukraine. that was already being investigated. And then because that was happening, the corrupt owner of the company, gets with Hunter, like, yo, tell your dad he got to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? Like they're investigating they're investigating this company and how we're making all this money. And Joe Biden there's always been the video of Joe Biden saying that he got rid of the prosecutor that was investigating Burisma. This was being done with our tax dollars. I mean, it is insane. And so a lot of people are saying you can't impeach Joe Biden for what he did as vice president. So what do we do? But before I get there, guys, thank you for coming back to the channel. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Help get me to the algorithm, guys. Something is going on with this algorithm. I put out a really good video on Jazz Jennings a couple days ago, and it is like brick. People are commenting and everything on it, but YouTube refuses to push it out. And if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please hit subscribe. On this channel, we talk about the inconvenient truth, guys. So the censorship is happening. I am working on my other platforms, but the censorship is happening. It's already starting. We know that. We already know. And 2024 is going to be really hot. Before I get into even what do we do with Joe Biden, just for a moment, think about it. They want to get Trump's Twitter account. They're trying to also get the drafts. When you start tweeting something or whatever, and then you didn't put it out and you're like, oh, I'll get to it later. Or let me save the draft. They want to see those too. This is a complete violation of the First Amendment. Why this matters? This is not about being shocked. It's that all of it needs to be documented. I understand the notion of, well, they do this all the time. Why are we shocked? No, we're not shocked. We are documenting it. But I want people to get angry. I'm not going to lie to you. I do want people to get angry. So it's not that it's about Trump necessarily, but it sets a precedent. Come on, you think Trump with 20 lawyers or however many lawyers, and they can still do this to him. They will do it to us. They already do. Like they do. Mark Houck, hello. So back to what do we do with Joe Biden? I just keep hearing all types of other things. Oh, well, we can't impeach him as president for what he did as vice president. So he just gets away with these things. But what is he doing as president right now? He's so focused on Ukraine. How much more money is going to Ukraine? They are funneling this is the biggest transfer of wealth I've ever seen in my life. People want to talk about COVID. Forget that. This is the biggest transfer of wealth I've ever seen in my life. Joe Biden is sending money to Ukraine constantly. What do you think that does when you print up money and you send it away? It causes inflation. It causes something not to be going right. When we have all kinds of layoffs and all kinds of Tyson food closed down, I'm going to talk about that in my next video. It causes a lot of issues, right? So this is a transfer of wealth that we should be talking about. But guess what? I want people to know. Share this video with your friends. I do want people to know. I want people to get mad. And I'm just going to leave it right there. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.